411, your one-stop stop for all the latest news and announcements for Refuge Student Ministries. I'm your host, Eric Delaney, and man, do we have a great show in store for you. Let's get right to it. Our guest for tonight's show is a legend in his own right, and I must say I'm a huge fan. His resume and credentials speak for themselves. Please join me in giving a big hand and warm welcome to the one and only Moses.
Thank you, Eric.
Oh, wow, it's such an honor. It's such an honor to have you on our show tonight, Moses.
It's my pleasure.
Man, I read the biblical accounts of the things that God accomplished through your life, and I just sit there in awe. I absolutely sit there in awe.
Wow, I'm flattered.
And I am absolutely honored to have you on the show. I appreciate you being with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Well, we don't have a ton of time, so I want to get right to it. A couple of questions that I think have been burning in my mind and burning in our viewers' minds is this. You're in the desert. You're going about your daily business, shepherding your sheep, and God calls you up to a mountain where He appears to you in a burning bush, where you get the call, the greatest call on your life, to go back to Egypt and deliver your people from slavery. I have to know, Moses, what was going through your mind in that moment when you're standing before the burning bush? What was going through your mind?
Well, as you were saying, the burning bush, and I'm standing there looking and listening to Guy, asked me to take my sandals off, and I'm thinking, well, I hope this doesn't interfere with Sunday school tomorrow, 9:15, every Sunday, 9:15 a.m. Of course, he came to me on Saturday, so, that would be the very next day.
All right, so let me get this straight. You're standing there before the burning bush, and the thought that was crossing your mind is Sunday school, 9:15?
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. All right, well, that's not quite the answer I was expecting, but let's just move on to the next question. Let's just go on. Moving straight on, direct on, keep going. All right, so you got that message. You go to Egypt. You're standing there before Pharaoh. You give him the message. God says, let my people go, or He's going to send plagues on Egypt. You throw your staff down. It turns into a snake as a sign from God to show the power of God. I have to know, what can you compare that to? Maybe an everyday event that myself and my viewers go through. What is something that you can compare that moment in your life to?
Well, let's see. Well, let my people go, okay? Well, I'm standing there after the whole snake thing, and I tell them, one more time, let my people go. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, man, I hope He lets my people go before next Wednesday, because next Wednesday is End Times Part 3. Pastor Eric's message, the millennial reign of Christ. Or at least, I hope he's done by 7, because that's what time we start every Wednesday.
Moses, you're telling me you're standing before Pharaoh, and you say, let my people go. The staff turns into a snake, all this powerful stuff. And all you could think of is End Times Part 3, Millennial Reign of Christ, yeah. Pastor Eric's End Times series. That's what you were thinking? Man, that's not really quite the answer I was looking for, Moses.
Well, isn't it?
No, not really.
Isn't it, Eric?
I guess. All right. Well, I guess I'm just a little confused right now. But thank you for being with us. Now, let's everybody join me as we give Moses a big hand for thanking him for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Thank you for being with us.
It's my pleasure. Anytime.
Wow, man. This is Moses.
So long.
All right. Well. That's all we have for this week's episode of Refuge 411. I really don't know what to say. I'm a little confused. I'll try to gather my thoughts, and we'll see you next week for a brand new episode of Refuge 411. For now, that's all. Signing off. Where's the producer at? We're supposed to have a great show and you give me this? Oh, man, come on, guys. Come on.